You know guys, despite how cool modern phones are, I kind of miss the simpler times of having one device for calls and texts and one just for games and music like an iPod Touch. But did you guys know that for some reason over on TikTok, they still make iPod Touch knockoffs that you can buy right now, brand new in 2025? Well, I bought one, and in this video, we'll see if using an MP3 player is still as good as I remember. Alright guys, as you can see, I have two packages here. This one's a little bit of a surprise, so we're gonna get to this one here in a moment. That's how you know it's a quality MP3 player. You get headphones. Ooh, this is premium. I gotta say immediately, this thing is hefty. Anyway, other than that, I gotta say the build quality of this thing is surprisingly solid. Ooh, $63.99, that's not bad. Alright guys, let's go ahead and turn it on, see if it works. Looks like fairly standard Android setup. Now, I will say the screen right off the bat is not very high quality. Android 9.0. I guess that means it's up to date with a 7-year-old operating system. 132 gigabytes used of your 256 gigabyte SD card. System 130 gigabytes? Oh my god, the device here is like getting so hot on the back. We have a very nice mountainy background for our home screen. Is this like our built-in music player? Looks like this is for video files actually, so it doesn't have anything on the device, despite the 130 gigabytes taken up somehow. And wow, yeah, Apple Music is just like loading up, no problem. Based on the fact that we're doing literally nothing with the device and it's getting very hot to the touch, I feel like playing even 480p YouTube content on this device is gonna be pretty bad. There is something interesting about this device though. I didn't notice this before, but this is a 16:9 aspect ratio screen, which means when you're watching usual YouTube content, it fills out the whole screen really nicely. Let's just set it to 480p and see if that helps a little bit. Yeah, you know, that actually does look like it's playing back a little smoother, having less of a hard time. So I went to like turn it into vibrate mode, but for some reason this phone only supports sound on and sound off. Wow, this thing supports Stumble Guys? All right, let's go ahead and try some modern gaming. Let's play some Stumble Guys on this bad boy. All right, we are in the game, and you know, this is somewhat better performance than I would have expected, especially considering that this is apparently running off of the SD card right now. But we're going, we were going 40 years ago, and I didn't even have control of my character. Oh, okay, maybe this is not too terribly playable. This is pretty bad. All right, anyway, I guess I should stick to iPod Touch era games then. Let's go ahead and try out, I guess we'll do hi-fi music, let it scan our device and play some tunes. Oh, it did it. There's our music. We're vibing.